Hey, Rick.
Hey Megan, how you doing? Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Here we are to learn
I know,
more and educate the masses.
for sure. Love it.
Let's do it. I'm ready when you are. I'm trying to get right to the point today because I was just editing. Okay, now I'm going to go off
Uh-huh.
topic. I was just looking over some videos that my very
hmm
talented videographer did for me.
hmm
And I was like, there's too much banter in the beginning. Like, get right to
Oh,
it. What is it? So that's why I kind of went right into it. We didn't talk about the weather this week. Okay, Rick, take it
well,
from here.
let's talk about rates. What do you say?
Let's do it.
My favorite topic, because guess what tomorrow is?
Wednesday,
And it's the Fed rate meeting, which means,
the rates are not going to do anything.
well, we're going to get a quarter point, more than likely a quarter point drop in the Fed discount rate. So what does that mean to us in the real estate community, right? And for home buyers and for home sellers? What does all that mean, right?
Let's break it down.
Yeah, so I put together this little report here. So look, here's the thing to know. And look, I get it. Home buyers, consumers, the media is a slippery slope in my opinion. Because look, the media are not financial experts. They read the news. That's it. And so we have to really be clear here that a Fed discount rate decrease is not the same as a mortgage rate decrease because the Fed and the mortgage markets, they don't they're really, as you could say, cousins and not twins, if that makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm,
And so what you want to look at with respect to mortgage rates is the 10-year Treasury security market, not the Fed discount rate. And so
mm-hmm,
that's what follows the mortgage markets, okay? So it was very clear that we're going to get the quarter point drop tomorrow, which, by the way, is very welcome. Look, we've been waiting for this for it seems like 2 years. We've had one, I think, earlier this year. There's a chance of getting another one, maybe two, if we're lucky, maybe two before year end. Depends
mm-hmm,
upon what goes on in the market with all the data on the economy. So this is all good news for us. And so what does that mean? Well, it means that rates are dropping. They're not going to drop fast. They're not going to be overnight, but there's a gradual decrease in the mortgage rates. And so that's all real good news for us. So what does that mean? Well, it means there's going to be more competition now with home buyers looking at homes because housing will become more affordable. Okay, we're going to be back to, I think, some multiple offer scenarios. We could see some higher home prices. And so then the important thing to know with that piece, this is super important because I deal with this a lot, and so do you. You buyers, I can't stress this enough. You want to get pre-approved right now, not when you're making an offer. I've had a couple again, wash, rinse, repeat, a couple of buyers in the last couple of weeks. We talk about getting a loan in process. I go, yeah, I'm looking homes, let you know when I'm ready. And guess when they're ready? That's 6 o'clock on a Saturday night. Hey, I'm writing an offer. Can I get an approval letter? And they're just so unprepared. And because they don't know the numbers yet or where the numbers should be. And so there's too much going on to make an offer. So the important thing is get pre-approved now. You have time to find the house, but get the pre-approval now so you know the numbers, you know the market, and you know what to expect. That is super, super critical. Okay. Um, the other piece of it is the timing of the market. And so we look at, these mortgage rates change every day and throughout the day. So we have a strategy once we get into escrow where it's either a float versus a lock strategy. And so what we do is, Megan, is we actually watch these market dynamics every day, if you will. And then we look at the best time to lock that rate to get the most out of the market because it's like buying a stock. Literally, it changes every day. And so like a stock, you want to buy that at the lowest possible rate. So that's something we work with once we get into escrow. Okay. The other thing is, we don't want to play the waiting game because mortgage rates can come up and down. Look, we believe that rates are going down, but we also know that in the last 3 years, these markets can get a little bit volatile. We may wake up one day and the rates start going up a little bit for some weird reason, who knows what. And you get caught in that little trap of, darn, I should have locked that rate, didn't lock it, or didn't look at houses. I was waiting for something to happen and it didn't happen the way I thought it would happen. So we don't want to lose that momentum. Okay. So so the important thing there right now is you want to find the right home at the right payment that you can afford. When? That's today. That's it. It's not a timing play. You find the house, you got to make the offer, but you got to be prepared. Okay, so let's see what that means. let's say that long term, you're looking at, let's say, a 1/4% drop on mortgage rates. And let's say we're looking at a loan amount of, well, let's say 600,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
That difference is about $90 a month in savings already, just off a
Mm-hmm.
$600,000 mortgage. Okay. Um, so that will save you a lot of money over time. But look, here's the thing of it. There's a hidden cost of waiting too. And guess what that is? It's not just always about the rates. Okay. The hidden cost of waiting is that as the mortgage market continues to improve, we're going to get more activity in the market, more buyers, and rates and home prices will go up. So on a $600,000 house, it's just as a basic example, and you assume a very minimal, we think what, 5% a year appreciation rate.
Mm-hmm.
The longer
Mm-hmm.
you wait just in that first year, you've lost $30,000 in equity there already, and also a home price. Okay.
Mm.
So you miss out on that full year of building equity in the house. And so you
Mm-hmm.
can't get that money back. That's just really clear we can't do that. Um, so the important piece here, Megan, is you want to focus on the total monthly payment, not just the interest rate. If the payment
Mm-hmm.
makes sense, buy the house. Don't try to time the market and rates and home prices and so on. If it fits the budget, you like the house, that's the time to act on the next house. Make sense?
I like that advice, and we've been pretty consistent about that advice over
Right.
the years.
We
It's
we
sort
sure
of
have,
like
no doubt.
it's sort of just like the fundamentals. The
Hmm.
fundamentals of house buying is that you get pre-qualified, you get pre-approved, you know what your budget is, and you buy the house you can afford because it's better than not having a house at all. It might not be your ideal home, but you have to work your way up into that. Just get into the
Yeah.
market and get a house.
100%. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So I guess with that in mind, so really what are the next steps? Well, the next step we know already, we talked about this, is to get pre-approved. You have to really,
Hmm.
the buyers have to really understand their buying power with today's current rates. That's so,
Hmm.
so critical. Okay. And you want to know your lock options, when to lock the rate, when to float, and what that looks like. And so we talk about those strategies. That's important to
Hmm.
know. You also want to set realistic expectations. Okay. So you want to be prepared in a competitive market. And we know from history, Megan, that as these rates continue to move down a little bit, the market gets more competitive. That's just a fact. It's just history that has proven that. And then you want to focus on the right time to buy, right? And so you have to buy for the right time in your life and not just based on rate speculation.
Right.
That's a pretty basic principle. So look, here's what we know for sure is that home buyers should not chase rates. They should chase opportunities. It's just that simple.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
So really the best time to buy, in my opinion, Megan, I think you agree with this, is that when the time is when you find the right house and it fits the budget and your lifestyle, regardless of where rates are, what might be happening next, or the next week, or the next month, or the next year, that's the time to buy the house.
Hmm. Agreed. I love it. That's solid advice.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, thank you.
I think
So
I
that's
was
where we're
raising
at. We're
my
in a good place
hand.
right now.
I was raising my hand earlier, but you were so laser focused on delivering the message that you missed it. So I wanted to raise my hand
Sorry, I missed that.
again.
I'm sorry. Okay, raise your hand. Let's go.
Okay. So I
Gotcha.
had a concern. I think we should stop
Mhm.
saying rate drop because the rates never drop. It's a slow
Right.
drip. So
True.
maybe we'll rename it a gradual rate.
We should maybe rephrase that a little bit. Yeah, I mean that's what people are used to hearing, rate drops, but
Right
they never. You're right. They never really drop.
now.
They will go down in small increments, but
Yeah.
they don't drop a 0.5% overnight. Good
Yeah.
point.
Little increments.
Yeah, that's
Anyway. All right,
marginal,
Rick.
very marginal, but small,
Yeah.
but small portions make a difference over time.
Yeah.
Small
Agreed.
amounts.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. So I saw somewhere it's like lowest rates of the whole year. And I was like thinking to myself, it's like the lowest rate of the last 2 years at least, right? 2.5 years.
Mm, we had some moments a few months ago, Megan, where the rates came very close to this level, but it was fleeting.
Yeah.
We thought we had this trending, and then it lasted about a week and went right back up. Went really up a 0.5% within the next week after that. So I'd say, but I do think this I don't want to say a rally per se, but I think this trend does have some legs to it.
Yeah. Yeah,
because the data that's coming out is pretty consistent, showing where the economy is going.
yeah,
And those pointers all lead to lower interest rates over. Again, the key point is lower rates over time.
yes. Gradual lowering of rates.
Mhm. Right.
Oh, good. Well, I appreciate that. That's very valuable information, very good advice. And I'm going to take your summary that you wrote and I'm going to regurgitate it so that all those key points can be part of the discussion.
Yeah, good stuff. Thank you. Appreciate that.
All right, Rick. Thank you. I'll see you next week.
Okay, see ya, Megan. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.